What's cracking, guys? Here Surf Clam here with a video on a topic we've never really talked about. I've joked, but it's time to get serious. I asked on my Facebook page, I said, hey man, I got my boy Alberto Nunez. He's going to be making some videos when it comes to bodybuilding, how to improve legging areas. I said, what do you want to see covered? And you know what the #1 choice was? Calves. This is the first serious video with regards to training calves on this channel. You know, I joke around about that, but I like to think of myself as a man of the people. If that's what you want, this is what you're gonna get. So Alberto right now, he's gonna give a key tip when it comes to training calves, how to make them more effective. Before he gives a whole training routine, I want to know, were you guys joking around or were you serious? Do you have problems trying to grow your calves? If you honestly want a full training routine for Alberto to go over, make sure to like this video and say, we want some damn calves in the comment section below, so I know you guys were serious and not just joking around. Without further ado, here's Alberto once again giving a very important tip when it comes to calf training. By doing this, you should experience more results.
Alright guys, welcome back. Alberto Nunez, 3D Muscle Journey. Natural pro bodybuilder from like the knee up, I'd say, and that's why we're going to discuss calves today, because I am part of hashtag Team No Calves. And for me, well, much like any other body part, you know, what it looks like, the growth potential is going to depend on how things insert. So a very common one is, for example, biceps. So my biceps insert decently well. I mean, there's a little bit of ligament there, but for the most part they attach all the way down. I don't have those like nugget basketball player biceps. However, calves though, that's a different story. So as we can see, we got like some Julia Roberts from Pretty Woman legs going on here. And some of you guys, most of you guys aren't old enough to know to understand that reference, but I have really high attaching Achilles. And what that means is that, first of all, it's a really shitty looking muscle belly. There just isn't much growth potential for looking jacked from the knee down. The people who, and we know people like this all the time, we know people that basically have never lifted a weight, but because their calves attach down here, they got some jacked, humongous, veiny looking calves, right? Not so much the case for me. So because of that, I've gotten very crafty with my training over the years. And the main thing we're going to work on today, that your calves aren't being underworked because your Achilles tendon is doing most of the work. And again, this is even a bigger problem for people who have crappy attachments such as myself. So let's get to work and show you guys how I like to do my calf raises. So for any calf raise, whether it be seated or straight leg, for someone trying to maximize their calf development, I would suggest a combination of both. But this is something you can apply to both variations. And it's a very simple trick. What you're going to do is basically pause at the bottom of every rep. And typically what works really well is a 3 Mississippi count. So 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and then go. You will notice right away that you lose quite a bit off your loads. But over time, as you get good at this movement and your calves get stronger, you will see not only visual progress, but you get right back to most likely where you were and beyond. I know that was the case for me. Usually what bodybuilders will do is they make it extra intensive, and by intensive I mean like high rep. It has to burn, it has to feel like it's effective. But much like any other muscle group, the key thing that's going to help you progress is just mechanical tension, progressing over time. So again, pausing at the bottom keeps it very, very honest. And then because it's a calf and no one's ever going to really ask you, hey bro, how much you calf raise, it's a lot easier to be honest when it comes to your own progression. So at least that's what I have found. The tip for today is pause at the bottom of all your calf movements, give it a 3 Mississippi count. You will see that your loads like just go down, but over time you'll build them back up, and you will see a huge difference in your calf development. And one thing I have found with this is it's also going to help you with your dorsiflexion, which for my man here, he loves to squat. That's not necessarily a bad thing. So one thing about weight training that we kind of forget sometimes is that it helps you move. It helps you remain pliable. And this is probably where most of my healthy ankle mobility comes from, is just doing a lot of these. How's that feel, dude?
Good.
Big difference, right? It's actually a lot harder. Bouncing at the bottom of your calf raise is very similar to people who bounce a bench press at the bottom.
As they say, everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but nobody want to train their calves. Use that tip. Let us know if it is useful. Let us know if you want a full calf training routine. That is something we could say for sure has not been featured on this channel. Make sure to like this video if you like the damn video. Shout out to my boy Alberto for doing the video. Make sure to follow him on Instagram, and I'll be seeing all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace!